Yeah, I don't know what it is. Every time I come, I just feel good about the week. I feel so welcomed and so honored to be supported by the Irish crowd the way I am. That I really want to play good in front of them, and it's definitely a motivator. Obviously, this event is very special to me. As a Spanish player, it was my first European Tour win. It was Sergio's first European Tour win. Olazabal has won here as well, and then Sevi, who won 3 times right now, right? And to be the first in Sevi to become a multiple-time champion, it's an honor. So every time I come, I feel like part of history is being made, and it's just a humbling experience to come and play in front of this crowd and remember how many greats there is in this trophy. I mean, if I look, the first thing I see is Olazabal, Nick Faldo, Sam Torrance, Nick Faldo again, Rory McIlroy, Colin Montgomery, Ian Wisdom. This is so many great champions from this event that to put my name again there, it's definitely special.
And Jon, just an incredible final Sunday here at Lahinch. Obviously, 8 birdies, an eagle. It was just shot making here that we hadn't seen all day from anyone else. Just your thoughts about coming into the final round and really going low for that score.
Well, after the round I had yesterday, more than the round, after the back 9 I had yesterday, I knew I could score on the back 9. I knew I could get it done. All I needed from today was a good start. And I started great. If it wasn't for that little mistake on 3, it was somewhat of a stupid mistake, right? It was a good second shot, just misjudged the wind or mishit the ball a little bit and hit a great putt from short of the green to 3 feet and missed that 3-footer. It doesn't feel good, but I stayed in it, made a great birdie on 5, a great birdie on 7, and another good birdie on 9, and that was on my way again. That was completely forgotten and played about as solid as a hole as I could play on 10. That 3-wood was massive, a great second shot, great putt, and I was all locked in and winning the tournament. I was confident I could make birdies with a par 5 coming up and a short par 4. The difficult part today was after 13. I make an eagle on 12, which is a fantastic eagle today with the wind into us. And I get to 13 where I have an iron. It's a stretch. I need to hit a good iron, but it's doable. I go in a bad spot, hit a bad chip, make a bogey, and it's really easy to derail or lose focus or forget what's going on. So, with a lot of mental strength and mental work and the help of the crowd, I get to the tee, hit a good tee shot to about 115 yards from the pin. I had nothing to that whole location, and I was staring right back at it. Made a great shot, and when I get to the green, before I even see where the ball is at, I see that I'm tied for the lead. That was a huge confidence boost. My mindset went from thinking I had to make the putt to stay within 1 or maybe tie the lead to making a putt to get 1 ahead, and I was able to do that, get ahead of Rafa and Robert before they even got to 12 and 13. So I had the chance to put the pressure on them, and that was a key moment. Playing that 14th hole that well was what helped the rest of the hole so much.
Jon, yeah.
Jon, congratulations on being the 2019 Dubai Duty Free Irish Open champion. You must have a great affinity with Ireland, and do you feel like you're playing the best golf of your career right now? I think the season might have shown that, and does it give you huge confidence going into Royal Portrush in the Open Championship in 2 weeks?
I'm playing definitely the most consistent. My 11th top 10 this year, I believe, in both PGA Tour and European Tour. Definitely feeling good. It's not that I'm doing anything necessarily better or special, really, compared to my first 2 years on tour, but I think I'm just a little more level-headed, a little bit more mature, and slowly growing up as a player and as a person, and all that helps. So yeah, just maturing, the process of maturing. I'm still 24, so there was a lot of growing up to do up until this point, and there's a lot of growing up to do from now on. So that's the main difference between my golf game being as consistent as it's been this year and years past.
Just behind the back.
Jon, a round of 62 is special at any time, but to do it in the final round when it matters most with the title on the line, you had 10 threes in your last 12 holes. It was an extraordinary round. Your thoughts on it?
It is funny because me and Adam talked about that. I used the same ball for the first 13 holes of the day. We usually change, I just never did. I was so locked on what I was doing, and I realized I made about 6 threes in a row up until I made a 5 on 13. And I told Adam, this ball was just tired. This ball didn't want to make any more threes. So he gave me a new ball. I hit it down the fairway on 14. He tells me, you know what? This ball is the twin brother of the other ball. There's a lot more threes coming, and I made 4 straight threes after that. So It would have been a little bit of a stretch to finish with a 3 on 18 today, but that was something that was in mind. Not that the balls have anything to do with it, right? But sometimes how funny how a comment like that from Adam or from anybody can just make you think, oh, let's make more threes coming up, more than anything else. And I can't remember making as many threes as I have today. Yesterday was somewhat of a similar day. I played par threes really good as well. Had a 3 on 18, so just ball striking has been really good the last few months. It was really good at the Open, at the U.S. Open. Sorry, it was really good in Valderrama. Just my putting wasn't cooperating as much as I would have liked, and it was the same case Thursday and Friday, but today and yesterday, man, I gained a lot of confidence with the putter, and that was the main reason why I was able to make all those threes. I just had that confidence that I was going to make them.
That drive you mentioned on 14 obviously had a little bit of extra behind it after 13. Do you know how far you hit that drive?
No, but I actually tried to keep it within control, not try to absolutely hammer it. I honestly was just trying to hit the fairway. I don't know how far it went. I hit it really, really good, but I was just trying to put a good tempo on it, honestly. I don't know. Stats people over here. It's really firm going down that far away. So my guess is, in regular circumstances, it would have maybe been 300 yards today. I had 109 meters to the pin, so 119. So drew it back from that. No, 350 seems like a lot. I'm not sure. If I get my yardage book, I'll be able to tell you.
Just so that
When you were in here on Wednesday, you spoke about maturity levels in your game and how you feel that's kicked on, and to drop the shot you did on 13 and then kick on from that. How happy are you with that mental side of your game, that you were able to put that into focus and kick on?
Oh, extremely. It was a very, very disappointing bogey after eagling 12 and feeling so good. So to channel that disappointment, luckily we have quite a bit of a long walk from 13 to 14, right? And at that moment, all you can do is just remember what's important at that moment. And what's important wasn't missing a putt or making a bogey or hitting a bad chip. What was important was the next tee shot. Based on where the pin position was, if I put that ball in the fairway, I knew I was going to have the short wedge in. So that was my next priority. And I hit it on the fairway. Adam made that funny comment about the threes, and I was back in it. The 13th hole was completely gone. And like I said, I thought I was 1 or 2 back. I was assuming they're going to at least make birdie on 1 or 12 or 13, and when I get to the green, I'm tied for the lead. So that was a big difference. But yeah, it's a simple question of what's important at the moment, and the most important thing was the next tee shot. Being able to put that in the fairway was made me capable or made possible have the last 5 holes that I had.
John, hi. 2 things. The first one is just a point of information. I was walking with you on the back 9. What were you eating there on 12 and 13? That was the first thing I wanted to ask you.
You what, sorry?
What were you eating? You had a plastic bag full of stuff. What was that?
Nuts, peanuts, pistachios, pecans, apricots. I have different bags. I had 2 bags in there, but I was grabbing them. I had one with peanuts and pistachios.
That was the first thing. No, thank you.
That's every tournament. I think there's a picture of the Bahamas with me with a big bag as well.
Yeah.
Because Kelly makes them sometimes, and she has no sense of quantity. He just makes big old bags that I carry on the bag, and I can never eat all of it. and yeah, like this is what I do every week.
I can't imagine you leaving too much food behind you. You look like you like your food, but that's not my question. You look like you're enjoying it. No,
I do.
But my point here is, you've beaten the best of Europe. You beat the best of Europe in Portstewart 2 years ago. You came with a fast charge last year. You nearly won again at Ballyliffin. Would you like to see the best of the Americans coming over here and competing in the Irish Open, and you can beat them here again?
I mean, I would like to see it. I believe I can do it. I don't really know what to say. Yeah, I mean, it would be amazing to see some of the best players in the world come over and play, because they really are missing some of the best golf courses I've ever played in my life. I always say Portstewart, the front 9 is arguably the most beautiful front 9 I've ever played. And I can honestly say on all the golf courses I've played in the world, this is probably one of the best I've played. Some people might say some of the holes are quirky. I just decided to say it's different. It's unique, it's traditional, and you need to play really good golf to shoot low around here. I mean, we got lucky it wasn't windy. If it was windy, we would have seen a test of golf, because none of those shots are easy. It's a great golf course. It's a great tournament. It's a great host country, and they're missing out a lot. They would have a lot of fun here.
Just one follow-up, if you wouldn't mind from me. Sevy's on that twice.
Three.
Three, sorry. Sevy on 3 times. So that must be a target for you. And Spanish names are dotted all over that. But would it be nice to come back? You told us you were going to come back and defend after you won at Port Stewart. You came back to Ballyliffin. Probably hard to give a commitment, but all being well, will we see you here back next year going for number 3?
Do I even need to respond to this question?
No, just nice guy.
I can't say again how much I like the country of Ireland. I mean, yeah, you'll see me here, and hopefully I get my 3rd one and tie Sevy. I mean, that's my goal from now on coming to this event. Hopefully I can get to as many as Sevy.
Thank you.
Back to Phil.
John, I think I told you yesterday you were already in my list of 5 contenders for the Open. Has this put you at the top of the list, do you think? And if not, should you be?
I'm not going to tell you if I should or shouldn't have be on the top of the list. That's up to you. But I mean, I'll be honored if I was. It's a great. It's always great when I have the belief from others that I'm a great contender for the Open. Still a lot of golf to be played that week. Still a lot of people coming over to play the Scottish. I'm playing good golf, and I'm eyeing an Open Championship with a lot of confidence. It's the only major that I really haven't had a good performance at, and I want to. It's a special one. I'm gonna have a lot of good memories from that week that of the Irish Open in Portrush, because we stayed in Portrush even though we were playing Port Stewart. So I'll be drawing from that and the good vibe, and hopefully the Irish crowd is as supportive as it's been the last few years, and I know I can make a charge.
And in terms of preparation, I think you said a day or so at Wimbledon maybe, and then back to Ireland for some relaxing and a bit of practice, is that right?
Yeah, more than just grinding away and just wearing myself out and tiring my body out, honestly, just relax my mind. Make sure I'm in the right mindset to play tournaments, which is what I've been doing a lot this year, especially before majors. So just make sure my competitive mind is rested and is ready to go, and hopefully again have a good showing like I've been doing the last few times in Ireland.
Great. Any final questions? We'll finish with you, Brian.
Just can you talk about that birdie on the 15th hole, and as a follow-up, just what is it about Ireland that you feel is so special? What is it that makes this tournament unique?
Shocked nobody asked about 15 so far. After 14, and with how good I was hitting the driver, I wanted to get out there and hit driver as hard as possible. But I think it was Friday where I ended up in a bad spot, made a bogey. Grant hit a great drive and ended up through the fairway. So I grabbed the 3-wood, towed it completely. But still was the right miss because it started on the right side of the fairway, started drawing back, and I stopped looking because I thought it was dead center. And when took a right kick, ended up on the semi-rough, which is not the worst thing, but I had 193 meters to that pin, easily about 20 yards farther back than I wanted to be. And a flyer lie. It's a funny moment because this was one of those times where I don't listen to Adam and he works out. One of those few times a year where I'm there and I'm like, it was right to left wind, there's not much trouble right of the green, but obviously missing left of the pin is the smart choice, right? You have the whole bank that might roll it back to the green and close to the pin, and I tell him right at the pin, right? And he says, no, I like it. If you go back out this, I think you can still see the 16 tee box. You can see the sponsor lettering and all that. And he told me, oh no, you see the Dubai duty free? Did you go left of it towards the car? And I'm like, nah, I like it at the pin. And it's one of those where I was just full of confidence. I knew that as long as that ball started at the pin or not too far right, the wind was going to bring it back, and I just had to hope that the distance was proper, and everything worked out. Luckily, I had a very similar shot on number 4 today from the right rough, same distance, a little right to left wind, and I was able to hit it. I hit it hard and landed pin high, so I knew that I just needed to hit it pretty much a stock 7 iron to hopefully get the right distance. And I never thought I was going to hit it at 3 feet. I mean, that's one of those things that you need to win tournaments. But anything within on the green, I would have taken, obviously. And then I don't know what it is about the country of Ireland, honestly. Again, I've said again and again, when I come, I feel like I'm at home. The support I get is unbelievable. The vibe I get when I come is unbelievable. I'm going to start believing it's because of Kelly. Her last name is Cahill, which is from this county originally. Her mom's last name is McLean. So a lot of Irish in her family. So I think I'm getting a little bit of that Irish luck in me when I come. And I'm just glad I can defend this championship again and be the Irish Open champion again. It's a huge honor, and I'm proud to carry it.